Jagdeep ji, your team and all the participants. Today I wish to welcome you with a blue, clear, live sky today morning, which I took it from my gallery. So this is good morning to all of you. Yes, thank you, Bilal.
Thank you. Good morning.
So my office bearers, Abhay, Samir, Chirag, and Jagdeep Bhai and his team members, Ms. Flori and Ms. Kamal. Welcome to all of you on this BCS platform, and good morning on this Saturday morning to all the participants on this interesting subject. A subject, brand creation, on which we as professionals want our clients to work on and build upon for their businesses, for their professions. And few of us in a limited manner could be advising also in that domain. Whether we do it for ourselves, our firm, naturally within the boundaries permitted by our regulatory body ICAI. If yes, how to do it better, and if no, how to start it effectively. That is something what is the subject matter of today. Before we come to this subject proper by brand guru Shri Jagdeep Kapoor, let's speak about brand BCAS. It was a brand created 72 years back and grown and nurtured by the BCS volunteers, namely the founders, the past presidents, the office bearers, the managing committee members, and the BCS contributors, with a lot of responsibility, lot of love and affection. BCS has created its brand following the ethics, the governance practices, and its quality standard benchmarks year after years. When respected personality like CA Deepak Parekh, the chairman of HDFC, mentioned in on our founding day lecture that remaining relevant for the 72 years is a great achievement for a voluntary body like BCAS. It was a great compliment to the brand BCAS. All of you will agree with me. Just now, while speaking 5 minutes back, brand guru Jagdeep Bhai also mentioned about BCAS and what he heard from his various chartered accountant friends about BCAS. He mentioned just to us. So that was also one more compliment to brand BCAS. We have BCAS journal with 52 years of continuous service. It's a monthly BCAS journal which goes to all the members, subscribers. 52 years without a break. We have BCAS referencer with 58 years of service. Presently, it is available for subscription. We have BCAS refresher course, which BCAS started. It was BCAS initiative, which has completed 52 years. We have BCAS International Tax and Finance Conference, which is going to be in next year, 25th year. And there are so many benchmarks which we have achieved year after year with continuity and consistency. These are what I mentioned are the few of them. So the point here is everything what we do is long term and long lasting, continuous and consistent, and very timely and relevant. According to me, that is a prerequisite for a brand creation, as I understand. But still, Jagdeep ji, we have one concern, one point, one item in our bucket list, that we are struggling with 9,000 around members for the last 8 to 10 years, and always looking, every president looks forward to cross 10,000 one of the days in his tenure, and then take it forward in the same manner. It is not a one-time achievement, but it should be a consistent 10,000 plus. We are not talking about a number, but we are talking about a particular benchmark. So your question answer session will start definitely at a later stage, but one question which many of people present here, the volunteers, the past presidents, will be wanting you to give us some guidance, some suggestion, on your thoughts about how to go forward. So please, if you can address, if you can guide us at the end of your session, when your session completes, to suggest us how to go about this, what is the right way to go for this milestone which we are looking forward to. With these brief remarks, I welcome all of you to this innovative event and request my Vice President Abhay to introduce Brand Guru Jagdeep Kapoor ji. Thank you very much.
President Suhas, thank you very much. Seniors in the profession, past presidents, and dear friends who have joined on Zoom link. It is a unique lecture meeting that we are going through just now. We have it is on the very rare occasion that we are talking about how to market as a professional. Yes, as Suhas told, marketing will be within the framework of the ethical rules that have been laid down by ICAI. And here we have Brand Guru Jagdeep Kapoor. Though he has been a founding chairman and managing director of Samsika Marketing Consultants Private Limited, which has entered into its 25th year on this 4th of July, he has much more years of experience, not only just 25 years, but earlier also in the avatar of his employee with good marketing companies. He has been serving the advertising industry and has been a colossal of a figure in this industry. Mr. Kapoor is an NM alumni. After doing commerce from NM, it is very rarely that you will find somebody not entering a CA factory and moving out into an uncharted area of entering into the brand consulting. And as a brand guru, as he is respectfully called, he is also a prolific writer and has published over 1800 articles on brand marketing and sales in the newspapers and the magazines you can name, and his article is there. Mr. Kapoor's book Brand Switch has been launched in USA, including the Spanish edition. Now coming to the brands which he has nurtured and developed, which have become visible, I will say that it starts from the time you get up from in the morning till the time you go for a sleep. Like Listerine mouthwash. When you start in the morning, this is the brand which he has nurtured. In the night, when you go to sleep, good night mats are there. So he is also a branding consultant to Goodnight Godrej Consumer Products. You name the brands in the food industry, and iconic brands like Amul, Rasna, Fruity, all these have been nurtured by Mr. Jagdeep Kapoor. And I think I will be spending more than 10 to 15 minutes just to describe what are the brands where he has contributed the companies to as a success story. But I will limit myself over here. Mr. Kapoor was the chairman of the Advertising Works Committee, Advertising Club of Bombay, and was joint secretary of the same. Mr. Kapoor has conducted over 945 training programs and has trained over 24,000 MBA students and has trained over 28,000 Indian managers. This itself talks about the contribution which he has made in the field of marketing consultancy. Mr. Jagdeep Kapoor was awarded the World's Best Storytellers Award on February 16, 2017 by CHRO Asia. Again, not only he himself, but the company which he spearheads also is always in the limelight. Samsika was awarded the prestigious Jamnalal Bajaj Fair Business Practices National Award from the Council for Fair Business Practices for the year 2002. And as a social cause also, on every Saraswati Puja day, Mr. Kapoor gives free consultancy to students, institutions, startups and corporates. So the contribution to the industry itself is immense, and we are fortunate enough to have Brand Guru Jagdeep Kapoor addressing us on the branding for the professionals, and we look forward to an enlightening 60 minutes address by Mr. Jagdeep Kapoor. Thank you, sir, and welcome to the BCS platform for the first time, and I hope this will not be the last also, and over to you, sir.
Thank you, Suhasji. Thank you, Ajayji. Those were really kind words. And thank you for inviting me. I must mention here that I've had a tryst with the CA Foundation and then switched to doing my MBA in brand marketing from Jamnalal Bajaj Institute. I'd like to make a few opening remarks and then start my presentation. We have a number of Samsika marketing consultant clients across industries, and many of which would actually overlap with a number of your clients, because if I'm their brand marketing consultant, most probably one of you would be their CAs, because this is such a prestigious organization. And hats off to Suhasji, Ajayji, and the entire team of BCAS. 72 years is not a mean achievement. And it's tremendous that you all have been gaining from strength to strength. Now, it's quite possible that there are CAs all across the country, including almost the CA factory, the college that I came from, which is NM College, and did my commerce there. So all my friends and colleagues became CAs, and I was the only one who went and started focusing on brand marketing strategy and did my MBA. My family also is full of CAs, and I'm the only one who's gone and done MBA in brand marketing. I'm an alumnus of NM College, which is called the CA Factory, and it's great to have so many people from NM. Very proud, and as Paresh Rawal from NM says, and a lot of other NM people say, that an NMite is a dynamite. It's nice. I still remember the hostel at Lalubhai Park from many
Mr. Kapoor, you have gone on mute. You'll have to unmute yourself.
Yeah. I've had the good fortune of working and consulting with many financial firms, including many headed by CAs. Notably amongst them was Motilal Oswal, both Motilal ji as well as Ramdev ji, as well as Stock Holding Corporation, Standard Chartered Bank, and many other financial institutions, including Kotak Mahindra Bank. What is interesting in my opening remarks to say is that whether I am from a CA college, and whether it's from a CA family, a Kapoor family, whether it is from a number of clients who've been CAs, I have great respect for CAs and great respect for BCAS. The big thing I'm going to tell you today, and it may come as a surprise to all of you, pleasant one, but it could also come as a shock to some. I'm going to tell you how you can compete with the big four. We always keep saying, big four, big four. Arey Baba, you are also strong. You also can build your brand within the code of ethics of the regulatory body. There are certain things which your CA firms, professional firms can do, which the big four can't do. So how do you compete with the big four? The first thing is, the big four can't give personalized attention. You can give personalized attention. The big four cannot have local relationships. You can have local relationships. You can laser focus on some very specific areas of practice. M&A, audit, tax, and you can position yourselves as local or regional leaders against a national brand. There are national brands, there are big brands, but they could be generic, but you could be the specialist, right? Please do not compromise on your fees. You must remember, as a professional firm and as a part of BCAS, your services have to have a fee. They are not free. It's only a matter of hour in between. There are players in other service industries that we work with. It could be in the medicine, doctor industry, it could be the legal profession, it could be architectural, it could be many other service industries who are smaller in size, but they are so specialized that they command respect and command a high fee. Because you need to get the fee you deserve. You need to get the client you deserve. And another thing I would like to recommend in my opening remarks, don't focus on being the biggest. Focus on being the best in your field, in your specialization. I don't think in these days you go to a general practitioner if you have a problem with your teeth or if you have a problem with your eyes. You will go to an ophthalmologist or an eye doctor for your eyes. You will go to a dentist or an orthodontist if it is a problem with your teeth. You don't go just to a general physician. You can specialize. Communicate your achievements regularly. No shame in communicating your achievements within the law and within the regulatory body of the Code of Ethics. Try to identify a unique proposition. You must try to identify a unique proposition. And if you identify that unique proposition, you can be a master internally and externally. Having said that, what I would like to share with you is you are good. You can be the best in your specific fields, in your locality, in your region. And let's start this webinar with this great set of BCAS members, professionals, chartered accountants, who can take on the big four and be able to develop, brand build their own professional firms within the law, within the Code of Ethics. So let me begin now after the opening remarks. Yes, Kamal. Next. So this is related to brand building by professional firms. It's a webinar for Bombay Chartered Accountants Society, and I'm happy to be here with you. Next. I welcome you. Samsika Marketing Consultants has completed 25 years across 907 clients. And let me tell you, while everyone has been crying and has been saying in the last 5.5 months there has been a lockdown, Samsika has added 14 more clients during those 5.5 months. And if you do it right within the law, within the regulatory body Code of Ethics, you can build your brand and build your professional firm. Next. I am going to give you 18 brand astras. And I am going to give you 18 abilities that are required to be able to build the brand of a professional firm like a CA firm. And I'm going to take you through that. When I take you through that, after that, and after I finish at 11:30, hopefully we will have a half an hour or more of your question answers, which you can ask me freely, and I'll be happy to share with you my thoughts. So let's begin with 18 brand astras. Astra is a weapon. if we look at it as a whole process, we are in a position to be able to understand that there is no single person who knows it all. So I'm going to take you through these 18 brand astras, 18 abilities. Just make sure after this webinar is over, check up about your professional firm, whether you are in a position to have these abilities. And if you have these abilities, you need to use these abilities as weapons, as astras, to be able to build your brand within the code of ethics and within the regulatory body. Yeah, next. Amal. Using brand abilities as weapons for crisp brand building. This is very interesting. You know the word crisp, C-R-I-S-P. If you interchange the letters, it also means script. So while you can increase in brand building your market share with crisp brand building, you can also increase your share market in the form of script. So let me take you through CRISP in brand building for your professional firms. And I keep repeating, it will be within the code of ethics of the regulatory body. Next, please. So let me begin with the first part of CRISP C, which is consideration set. Clients must consider you. You see, there is a difference between being chosen and between being considered. So even in the Indian cricket team, 16 people are considered. And on the day of the match, 11 people are chosen. You need to be in the consideration set. So if a client is looking for a CA firm, for whatever particular task or purpose they need, for whatever specialization, whether it be audit, whether it be tax, whether it be M&A, you must be in the consideration set. Now, to be in the consideration set, you need to have certain abilities. Because if you are not considered, you will not be chosen. For example, there are 40 brands of television sets. But when you want to buy a new television set, you actually consider only 3 or 4. Maybe the one you're using, if you were satisfied. Maybe a new one which has come up. Maybe another one with the technology. So out of 40, only 3 or 4 are considered. So the remaining 36 are out in any case. Then out of those 4, the client will choose one. And when they choose one, you are in a position to be able to be the favored one. But how do you get into the consideration set? Right? आपको ये जानना बहुत जरूरी है कि अगर आपको कंसिडरेशन सेट में आना है तो उसके लिए कुछ अस्त्र, कुछ एबिलिटीज की जरूरत पड़ती है. और वो कौन सी एबिलिटीज है ये क्रिस्प में सी का, ये मैं आपको बताना चाहता हूं. नेक्स्ट, सबसे पहला ब्रांड अस्त्र है रिलायबिलिटी. ये एबिलिटी जो है ये सबसे टॉप में आती है. आपका ट्रैक रिकॉर्ड, क्या क्लाइंट आपके ऊपर रिलाय कर सकता है? मजाक में मैं बोलता हूं, अगर प्रोफेशनल फर्म के पास रिलायबिलिटी नहीं है तो लायबिलिटी है. तो हाउ डू यू हैव रिलायबिलिटी? वेल, years of track record, years of service, word of mouth, excellent work that you've done, and you are in a position to be able to have this ability which can actually get you considered. तो चूज करने से पहले अगर आप कंसिडरेशन सेट में आएंगे तो वो कंसिडरेशन सेट में जरूरी है कि क्लाइंट कंसिडर्स रिलायबिलिटी. They want to rely on some firm, and if they find it reliable, then you are considered. Which is the next brand astra, the next ability. Next, availability. Now, availability का ये मतलब नहीं है कि professional firm has to be available in every store or in every chemist or every pan bidi shop or every D-Mart or every big bazaar. No, no, no. Availability means accessibility. Accessibility का मतलब है you should be accessible. अगर client को आपके साथ संपर्क करना है, if they want to get through to you, whether through email, whether through WhatsApp, whether through SMS, whether through telephone, you should be available. If you are not available, then you may not be considered. Client में से बहुत अच्छी CA professional firm है, मगर मिलती ही नहीं है, available ही नहीं है. So then you get out of the consideration set. You must be able to give access to clients, whether through telephone, WhatsApp, whether through a video conference. Anyway, availability is critical. Only then you will be considered. If you are not available, then there's a problem. Almost about 45 or so years ago, I had written a brand mantra, which is trademarked in my name. जो दिखता है वो बिकता है. That's my brand mantra. Everyone knows about it, uses it. Trademark is mine. I'd also written another one, which did not become so famous. जो मिलता है वो खिलता है. अगर आप मिलोगे ही नहीं तो खिलोगे कैसे? You need to be available. Maybe on telephone. Maybe you have to be accessible on video conference, whether on WhatsApp, whether on SMS, whether on email. So that's the second ability, the second brand astra for it to be considered. The third one, the next brand astra is acceptability. Acceptability is to do with what you're supposed to do. When people get in touch with you, they are expecting certain things to be performed. And those certain things are found acceptable. I'll give you an analogy, an example which has got nothing related to a professional firm, but you will understand it. अगर किसी के पास बहुत महंगा Montblanc पेन है, उसके ऊपर डायमंड भी जड़े हुए हैं. It is studded with diamonds, the Montblanc pen. It looks beautiful. Very nice. But does it perform? What is the performance of the pen? It should be able to write. It should be able to write smoothly. बाकी आगे पीछे आप जो भी करो, but basic जो performance है, that accounts for acceptability. If the most beautiful diamond-studded Montblanc pen doesn't write, it doesn't have acceptability. If the best restaurant with the best music, with the best lighting, most comfortable sofas, the most pretty hostesses serves bad food, it is not acceptable. So you must be able to understand that to be able to be considered, you need to have three brand astras: reliability, availability, and acceptability. Incidentally, all these are abilities. I'm going to give you 18 abilities. Many of them don't cost 1 paisa, but you need to nurture them in terms of brand creation for professional firms. मेरा brand mantra है कम खर्चा ज़्यादा चर्चा. You follow these abilities, you can be within the law, you can be within your code of ethics, and at the same time, you could be considered. Let's go to the R part of CRISP. That is relationship. This is extremely important in professional firms like CA, lawyers, doctors, architects. So let's talk about BCAS, the professional firms here. I have a brand mantra in relationship. Sambandh, nahi to sab bandh. Relationship is extremely important because that develops a rapport. And you must be able to understand what are the brand astras or what are the abilities where you are able to build a relationship with your client. It's very, very important for you to understand that relationship is the R part of CRISP And let me give you the remaining brand astras under relationship. Next. First is stability. When we talk about stability, we are talking about having a long-term relationship. You know, I heard Suhasji and Ajayji speaking, and they said, we believe in having long-term brand building. We believe in having long-term relationships. 72 years is not a small time, right? Many very large brands are not even 72 years. Okay. Not even Google, not even Amazon. BCAS is 72 years. Terrific. Congratulations, right? But there must be the relationship which must have the ability of stability with your client. It's very, very important. Now, your client also would be of various kinds. They could be family-owned businesses. They could be private limited companies. They could be LLPs. They could be proprietary firms. They could be large public limited companies. But the fact of the matter is, the stability of the relationship is something which is an ability which is very critical to be able to maintain. The next brand astra for building relationship is credibility. To my mind, this is the most important one. You know, many a times you see ads of various brands on television and in many other places where celebrities are used, film stars, actors, actresses, and cricketers. Let me tell you, credibility is more important than celebrity. Brand का मतलब क्या होता है? Brand का मतलब होता है trust. Another word for brand is trust. और वो credibility से आता है. और वो अगर trust है, तो लंबा चलेगा. मगर अगर trust टूट गया, तो brand टूट गया. I like the topic which was given to me, which is brand creation by professional firms. So either you can create your brand or you can destroy your brand. Every minute, everything that you do or don't do creates or destroys your brand. But in my mind, the most important thing is trust, credibility. This ability cannot be broken. If a little bit of revenue goes down, no problem. If a client leaves you, no problem. Don't let credibility leave you. Don't let trust leave you. You know, in the entire set of professional firms and the entire bit of brand creation, there are only 3 activities. One is you gain clients. One is you retain clients. And one is if clients have left you, you regain clients. But that credibility is extremely important. And therefore, people will be with you with a long-term relationship if they trust you. The next brand astra is responsibility. You have to be responsible towards the client. The advice you give, the guidance you give, the mentoring you do has to be in the interest of the client, but it has to be within the scope of the law, interestingly done, and also has to be within the code of ethics of the regulatory body. Now, many a times people say, you know, it's not possible because we are not allowed to advertise. Let me tell you, advertising is not the only weapon in brand marketing or brand creation. According to me, it is just one small piece amongst many weapons that you can use in brand creation of professional firms within code of ethics and within the elements of the law. Focus on what you can do. Don't focus on what you can't do, because you're wasting your time. Your code of ethics gets changed. The regulatory body updates it. I was happy to go through it. And let me tell you, I'm doing this webinar after having read it at least 3 times. And I go through it and say, the updated one has a scope for many things to be done within the rules, within the code of ethics. And you should do it. What is not allowed to be done, don't do it. But what is allowed to be done, do it. Why is it that we always want to look at what can't be done? Why can't we look at what can be done? Because that is in our control. And that's where the responsibility comes. Not only towards your body, the regulatory body, but also the responsibility towards your clients. Responsibility is towards your clients. And if you're responsible, there is no reason why you can't build your brand to very great heights. I have a situation where I don't take a conflict of interest. I have the largest diamond brand which I handle. We started from scratch 17 years ago. The brand is now 10,000 crores. It's a Surat-based diamond merchant client. It's called Hare Krishna Exports, HK Jewels, with their brands Krishna and Siva. And the important thing is that it's a long-term relationship, but one has to be responsible. Many a times, when people go to buy diamonds, they are cheated. And there are various grades in diamonds. VVS is the best quality, there is VS, there is SI. And many people who sell diamonds mix them and sell it. We recommend it to our clients that no, if we are saying this is Krishna, real diamond, it will only be VVS quality. You want to launch of another quality, we'll call it another brand name. So for over the years, from zero to achieve 10,000 crores, you would have read and heard, they've been featured on the front page of New York Times, you would have heard they give cars and they give flats to their sales employees. The reason is everything is done responsibly. Every piece we recommended has to be given with a certification. It costs, but the consumer is willing to pay because it's done responsibly. The other thing is we realize that in the diamond industry, when someone orders, a distributor or someone orders, they get their delivery after 3 months. Can you imagine if a person wants to get engaged over the weekend and he wants to buy a ring for his fiancée, will he have to wait for 3 months? Ridiculous. So we recommended to the client that all delivery has to happen in 48 hours. They said it's impossible. So why is it impossible? So because we've got so many thousands of designs. So the diamond industry would work by having one design, waiting for the order to come and start manufacturing then, and therefore it would take 3 months. We said, why are you doing that? I have a whole set of fewer designs, 500, 600. Make sure that for each design, you have a lot of pieces, so you can immediately supply. And that got done. And what is the result? 10,000 crores. What is the other result? They are the only company in the diamond industry in India who get advance payment from the distributors with no credit, 100%. Now the fact is, if you advise your client responsibly, it seems tough in the beginning, but at the end, you can gain a lot, not only in terms of trust, but also the client gaining. So be responsible. That's a strong ability. The next brand astra to develop a relationship, and we have a 17-year relationship with the client, is serviceability. We are in the service industry. Many years ago, when I was in school, we were taught agriculture is 70% of GDP, and we've got 25% manufacturing, 5% tertiary industry. Now that tertiary industry is the service industry. Now the service industry is today 64% of the GDP, in which you are also. Professional firms are also. So Service quality is as important as product quality. Start understanding. When you buy an iPhone, when you buy a television, when you buy a car, even when you buy a pen, you look at the quality, product quality. But there is a concept called service quality. And in that service quality, that ability, if you develop, brand creation takes place. Because you may be able to have people who come in, but you also need to have people who stay and not only satisfied but delighted. That is your clients. Serviceability is very, very critical. You need to service them. You are a service industry. And therefore, when you will see that there is something called service quality. Service quality includes responsiveness. Are you able to respond promptly to your client? It of course includes reliability, which I have shared. It also includes empathy. If I was in the shoes of the client, what should I have done? And most important, it includes assurance. Don't worry, I'm there. Main hu na. Yeah, next. Now we come to identity. I was very impressed with the BCAS logo. And I also went through the code of ethics, and I saw that you are not allowed to use your logo. You have to use the BCAS logo. Well, fine, that's one of the rules. Let me tell you, I have a brand mantra. Logo, logo ke liye hota hai. Logo, logo ke liye hota hai. Right? Abhi, don't worry about that. If some things are allowed and some things are not allowed, you still can have your identity. Your name is your identity. Brand namkaran is your identity. The visiting card is your identity. Whatever you are allowed to put in terms of board, whatever you are allowed to put it up on terms of internet, which is the updated regulatory rules, whichever, you should use it to the fullest. Don't look at what you don't have. Look at what you have and use it to the fullest. And that is how you do brand creation for professional firms. Next. Desirability. Now, desirability is not that I'm looking good. Yes, you need to have a decent set of, whether it be a visiting card or a stationery, elegantly done. But that doesn't mean you have to make a Taj Mahal. But what does the client desire? Many a times the client desires confidentiality. Many a times the client desires bouncing of ideas. Many a times the client desires not wanting to lose money or not getting into trouble or not breaking the law. You have to understand the desirability from the client's point of view and then configure what is it that you offer. Next. That's how your brand identity will be built. Visibility. Well, a handshake gives you visibility. The visiting card gives you visibility. Certain things allowed on the internet gives you visibility. There are many things in the rules which allow you. And as long as you do it within the rules, you will have. But you know, along with visibility, there is another thing. It's called audibility. Word of mouth. Word of mouth communication is the best form of building your brand creation. That word of mouth comes out through good work, through performance, through track record. Because when it comes to choosing the correct professional firm, the client is not going to compromise. If you want to do a bypass surgery, you are not going to go to the cheapest doctor. You are not going to go to the doctor who gives you a discount. You are going to the one who is going to successfully do your bypass surgery. So similarly, desirability, you must understand, and visibility, both of them, if I tell you, it is You have to understand कि आपको client की नस पकड़ना जरूरी है. To understand the pulse of the client. You must be able to do that. बेचारा client may not be able to convey it. वो बोल नहीं सकता शायद. He may not be able to express it. शायद वो express नहीं कर सकता है. But you will need to find it with experience. Reading the client's expressions, their voice, their tone, their body language. And you must also understand her client emotion से भी काम करता है. That means दिल से और दिमाग से भी काम करता है. That is mind. Where is the brand built? Brand is built in the mind and heart of the client. You must do need assessment. You must spend time in doing diagnosis. You must be able to understand what the client's needs are. Some of them are very obvious, blatant needs, but some of them are latent needs. वो अंदर छुपी होती है, वो कन्वे नहीं करता है, वो एक्सप्रेस नहीं करता, आपको निकालना है. और उसके चेहरे के एक्सप्रेशन से पता चलता है, उसके इमोशन से पता चलता है, उसकी फिक्र से, उसकी वरी, उसके कंसर्न से पता चलता है. And therefore, you have to be in a position that you are building the brand in the mind and heart of the client. There are rational needs which are with the mind, but there are emotional needs which are with the heart. There are even aspirational needs कि मुझे ये बनना है, मुझे आगे बढ़ना है, guidance चाहिए, advice चाहिए. There are also physical needs. And finally, there are many clients who also have spiritual needs. But you need to be, and we have a module called Reefs. You must understand that so that you are able to be able to become desirable and visible in the mind and heart of consumers. And that, in your case, the consumer is your client. Next. Respectability. This astra is very strong for your identity. You see, it's quite possible that there are many people who will be able to give cheap thrills, who will be able to give tikrambaji. Let's do it by hook or by crook. No, no, no. All brands which get created and last long term, whether it be Fortune 500 companies, they all are brands which are respected. Because that is the most important thing which a client looks forward to, and that is an extremely important ingredient for brand creation. आप सोच रहे होंगे यार ये कपूर क्या बात कर रहा है यार, हम तो आए थे सुनने के लिए कि एडवर्टाइजिंग कैसे होना चाहिए, और ये तो कोई और ही एबिलिटीज के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं. ये हमारे को बोल रहे ये करो, ये करो, ये हमारे को बोल रहे ये करो, ये करो. अरे भैया जी, ब्रांड बिल्डिंग अगर आपको करनी है तो स्ट्रेटेजिकली करनी है. You don't have to only look at the chehra and the baal, not only the face and the hair. Brand building is full 360 degrees. The body, the liver, the kidneys. One has to take care of the complete brand body. And therefore, all these abilities are very critical. And good news for you. Many of these abilities don't cost anything. But they cost time. They cost effort. And they cost dhyan, that is focus, strategy. ध्यान बढ़ गया तो सेल्स घट गया. वैसे ही अगर ध्यान बढ़ गया तो क्लाइंट लुट गया. You have to pay attention, and that is the most important thing which people are paying you fees for. You have to study the client. You have to study everything about the client, whether it be the papers, whether it be the history, whether it be the numbers, whether it be the track record, whether it be the documents, because they have come to you as a professional firm. I'm so happy that the topic which was given to me was brand creation by professional firms. I am not talking about brand creation by unprofessional firms. We are talking about professional firms. And that is why these abilities are very important. And again, I'm telling you, these things can make you take on the big four. Don't get overawed. बड़ा होना ठीक है, अच्छा होना, बेहतर होना और भी बढ़िया है. Because at the end of the day, you should try to be the best in your specialization, in your locality, in your region, in your segment, rather than be the biggest. The important thing is, as I said, you can actually give local relations. You can give personalized attention. You can give specialization. You can give personalized service. The big four can't. I am going to get very nasty emails, SMSs, WhatsApp from all my friends working in the big four. But today, my segment, my audience is the BCAS members, who are the professional firms, who are the mid-sized, who are the ones who are actually the backbone of this CA body. So I have to look at that segment. Nothing wrong in what the big four are doing. But what is important is you need to be able to do it right. Let's go CRI ke baad S, which is the second last part of my presentation. Let's look for search in CRISP. Next. Adaptability. You need to adapt. In the last 5.5 months, so many things have changed. You need to adapt. And you must be able to understand that you are a CA firm, chartered accountant firm. I'd like to change the meaning of CA. Of course, you are a CA. I don't want to change your certification or your name, but I would like to just put forward a suggestion. Just like CA is chartered accountant, I think CA should also stand for client appreciation. CA should stand for client appreciation. And when will the client appreciate? And I mean, with your terminology, client appreciation, not client depreciation. Client appreciation will come in when you are able to guide them, advise them. Whatever you do with them, there are two parts. One part is strategy and one part is implementation. So the implementation part is also necessary, but the strategy part is also necessary. And you need to be able to guide, handhold, proactively. Then they see value in you. Then they don't mind increasing your fees or paying a higher fees, because what they are paying you, they are getting much more in terms of value. The whole thing is about perceived value. And for that, adaptability is an extremely important thing. And you have to be a very, very strong member of your client's inner team. When Raj Kapoor was considered the best showman of the Hindi film industry, and his generations have gone, 4 generations now, Ranbir and Kareena and Karishma, and before that, Rishi and Ranbir, and before that, Raj Kapoor and Shammi Kapoor and Shashi Kapoor, and beginning with Prithviraj. He always had a core team. The lady who would sing was Lata Mangeshkar. The man who would sing was Mukesh. The person who would light the lyrics was Shailendra. The person who would give music would be Shankar Jayakishan. And that core team helped him grow and become one of the best. Every client wants to have a core team. And the chartered accountant firm has to be an integral part of that core team. Now, someone is in garments, maybe one of the core team members is a designer. Maybe someone is in IT, one of the core members is in technology. But the chartered accountant firm has to be a member of the core team, and therefore has to strategize and guide and search regularly. What are the new opportunities? What is the way I can help my client? How can the client grow? How can the client increase the top line and bottom line within the law without breaking rules of the regulatory body? And that is adaptability. If, my dear professional CA firms, if you adapt, clients will adopt you. Next. Profitability. That's core to your business. Top line is good, but bottom line is also important. Done in an honest manner, interesting manner. What is important is, and my brand mantra is, brands must not only make noise, they must make profit. And when will you make profit? When the client benefits, when the customer of the client benefits, then the client profits. And you are an integral part to guide. Very, very important. Now, it's quite possible he has an idea of a new business. It's quite possible he wants to choose between 3 paths and he needs your advice. You should be the one who's there and he trusts you. Because at the end of the day, you need to be in a position not only to increase your value, but also to increase the client's valuation. Next. Accountability. You'll say, what is this different from responsibility? Accountability is different from responsibility. The reason is, responsibility is your responsibility towards the law, your responsibility towards the regulatory body, your responsibility towards the client. Accountability is towards yourself. Even when no one is looking, will you do the right thing? I have 2 drivers. I go in the morning on Saturdays to teach at Jamnalal Bajaj. Not now, but whenever the term starts and lockdown opens up. But for the last 34 years, I teach the MBA marketing students, first year MBA and second year brand management. So in the morning when I leave, my lecture is at 8 o'clock. And then I have to go through Worli Seaface. And there is a signal there. So sometimes I take one driver, sometimes I take the other driver. And when I take those drivers, one of the drivers, when no one is looking, there is no policeman there, no traffic police. If there's a red light, he stops. And when it's green, he goes. The other driver, when there is a red light, he doesn't look at the red light. He looks as if anyone is there. If no one is there, he breaks the rule and goes away. And if someone is there, then he follows the rule. Accountability is when you do it right, even when no one is looking. Because that in the long term helps you build brands. In the long term. Next. Unpredictability. You must also have an ability which is unpredictable. You need to come up with a strategy which no one ever thought about. You need to be in a position to be able to think about it, which no one ever looked at it. For that, you need attention, you need dhyan, you need application of mind, and you need to get fully involved. My brand mantra for you professional firms, for your clients is involve to solve. If you are not involved, the problem will not be solved. And when you are involved, sometimes you can come with an unpredictable solution, which is within the law and within code of ethics. And the client would be delighted. अरे ये तो मैंने सोचा ही नहीं था. The key thing is आपकी सोच के ऊपर client dependent है, आपकी approach के ऊपर client dependent है, सिर्फ advertising के ऊपर नहीं. And that's how you build your brand, and that's how you build your reputation, and that's how you build your professional firm. The last part, next, of the CRIS brand module is perceived value. Not just value. Value is quality, quantity versus price. Perceived value is every brand is made of tangible and intangible things. Intangible is trust, reputation, image, track record. Value is, of course, these are my services, this is my fee. Many a times, people get scared to be able to get the fee that they deserve. I don't know why. Maybe they don't communicate with the client. Maybe they don't present it in the manner that is beneficial to the client. You need to. And increase your perceived value. Because your fees should not be based on what your competitor or some other CA firm is charging. Your fees should not be based on your cost and you add so much percentage as margin. Your fees should be based on the perceived value that you're giving to the client. And that is what you deserve. Next. Affordability. You need to have affordability. But let me tell you, affordability doesn't mean that you have to have lower fees. Affordability means versus perceived value. The client's affordability is based on what value you're giving them, what perceived value you're giving, and that's the affordability you deserve. And affordability is not a lower price. See, if you charge more than what you deserve and more than what perceived value you have given to the client, you're cheating the client. But if you charge less than the perceived value that you're giving the client, then you're cheating yourself. You need to charge your fees what you deserve based on what perceived value given. And the client will find it affordable. Always lower fees is not the affordability meaning. Affordability is vis-a-vis what perceived value you have given. Next. Durability. I spoke about relationship, but whatever strategy and advice you give, if that is going to be durable, then many years later also, the client sometimes tells you, साहब, आपने 7 साल पहले, आपने 9 साल पहले हमारे को ये एडवाइस दिया था, उसके कारण हम लोग इधर तक पहुंचे. बहुत सही एडवाइस था. Now that advice was durable. You're not selling a product. So you're not selling a refrigerator which is durable. You're selling your services in the form of advice, guidance, mentoring, and the right paths. That has to be durable. So you need to have a long-term thinking, and that's how the perceived value goes down. Next. Capability. Keep increasing your capability. You know, we have a client, and you'll be surprised. It was not mentioned, but I must tell you because you are the right audience. I have a client, a brand, which is very familiar with you. And we've done the entire brand building of this brand and invented by a gentleman from Bangalore. And he would come along with his father. And we built the entire brand building and the entire brand strength of this brand. And if I give you the name of the brand, you're going to start laughing. You say, "Arey, ye to hum log use karte hain." The name of the brand is Tally. Tally's brand building is done by us. Tally. All of you know, all of you use, right? So what have we told Tally? Increase your capability. 4.5, 5.4, 6.3, 7.2, 8.1, all versions coming up and getting upgraded. You need to, as a professional firm, keep enhancing, keep increasing your capability. And that's how you increase perceived value. And finally, usability. Your advice, your guidance should be usable. There is no point in giving them to do something which is not practical. And practical doesn't mean breaking the law. Huh? Practical doesn't mean breaking the ethics code. Practical means that, yes, for you as a client, in your industry, in your situation, whether as a startup or whether 40 years old, or whether in expansion, or whether located in some situation or in a locality, you need to be using my advice and this is relevant to you. So we have a usability index. So all our clients who we have given our recommendations, strategy, advice, we measure how much of our recommendations got implemented and gave results. Our track record in the last 25 years, we celebrated 25 years Samsika Marketing on 4th of July this year. Our track record of usability is 92% because it's thought through and given. Because what's the use of giving an advice to a person, to your client which doesn't use it? Then your value will go down, your perceived value will go down. But if they used it and they are in a position to be able to give them that advice, you need to have full involvement. So usability, if whatever you have recommended with lot of thought-provoking actions and strategies, then if the usability index is very high, your perceived value is high. If your perceived value is high, you deserve higher fees and you will have a long-term relationship with your client. These basic brand astras, 18 brand astras, and also please, whatever you come up with, please have an IPR, intellectual property right. All these modules which I'm giving you, all that I'm presenting to you, and down you will see all the names of the clients, which in every slide you must have seen. And we are making brands in India since 1995. All these are registered under trademark copyright or patents. You need to protect your intellectual property right. And that's very, very critical. Next. So Chris brand building leads to a strong, healthy, fighting fit brand by a professional firm. Next. And these are the brand astras that I gave you. Chris brand building. C being consideration set. R being relationship. I being identity. S being search. And P being perceived value. And all of them are abilities: reliability, availability, acceptability, stability, credibility, responsibility, serviceability, desirability, visibility, respectability, and responsibility, adaptability, profitability, accountability, unpredictability, affordability, durability, capability, and usability, leading to a strong, healthy, fighting fit, professional firm brand. Next. So we build winning brands, and I hope if this webinar is useful to you, you will also go ahead and build your brand as a winning brand and make sure that within the course of law and within the code of ethics, you are able to be one of the best, not the biggest, but one of the best professional CA firms in your locality, in your region, in your segment, in your specialization. And then now I will open up for question answers. Next. These are all the brands that we built. You can just glance at them, right from working with Pidilite to working with Godrej, working with Orpat, working with Himalayan Mineral Water, working with Otis, working with Fevicol, working with Supermax, working with Mother Dairy, working with Anchor, working with Motilal Oswal, working with Kayam Churan, all across India, all across the world. Lubrizol is a Warren Buffett company. Next. Next. Working with Siaram, working with Donier, working with Zycom, working with Relaxo. Next. Thank you so much. Great CA professionals, and now I'll open it for question answers. Thank you, Suhas ji, thank you, Ajay ji, and thank you, BCAS. I'm open for question answers now. Stop screen.
Thank you, Jagdeep ji. Thank you very much for an excellent analysis and sharing of your experiences of last 25 years plus. Now, Kamal ji will be moderating the questions for you, Jagdeep ji. How do we?
No, Suhas ji, you or Ajay could moderate it. We leave it to you because they will come from your people. Kamal has done her duty. She has finished helping me in the presentation. Any of you can moderate. I will only answer the question.
Okay, so questions are already there in Q&A. Can we open it? 1 minute, just. So what I suggest is, sir, we first take the Q&A questions which are already there in front of us.
Yes, Suhas ji, you can keep reading them out and I'll keep answering.
Okay. So first question is,
and if it is not too much, and if it's not a confidential thing, you can even read the name of the person who has asked the question, if he doesn't or she doesn't mind.
Okay. So first question is from Darshak Shah. Profession being a personalized service, a personal relationship, and then price drives the decision-making process. How brand value interplay a role? That is a question from Darshak Shah.
Right. Darshak ji, thank you for your question. And thank you for attending this webinar. There is a slight change I'd like to do. Price does not drive the decision-making power. It is perceived value which drives the decision-making power. A client chooses a professional firm, not who has the lowest price. Let me give you an example and answer your question. When you wanted to put your child, boy or girl, in a school or a college, you did not go and ask the principal first, hey, fees kya hai? Batao, फिर उसके हिसाब से हम डालेंगे. You went and asked the principal, what are your facilities? Who is your faculty? What extracurriculars? What is your track record? How long has the school been? How will my kid develop, nurture, grow? Given all that, then finally the fees part came in. Similarly, in the case of firms, the first thing is not the price. The first thing is the perceived value and the set of services that you're giving. You are a professional firm. You are not a bhaji pala market or a sabji mandi. The important thing is if you position yourself as a commodity, then you lose. You need to position yourself as a brand. That these are the services we provide. This is how we can help you. This is how you will be able to benefit, both in terms of your business. And then finally comes the issue of fees. And I don't think any client in the right mind will be the correct client to be able to first go and ask, what is the price? Like you didn't do when you put your son or daughter in a school. You checked up the services, the facilities, the faculty, the track record, and you checked up how your child can develop. Similarly, you want to check up how your business will develop as a client and how you will get the right advice and how you will always have someone as a CA professional firm to guide you, to pull you out of problems, to see to it that you avoid the traps, and that is the perceived value which you decide. So I would strongly recommend start thinking in that manner. Don't start thinking in price, start thinking in terms of perceived value and what services you offer. Yeah, it's quite possible that out of 20 clients that you have met, some may agree to go with you, some may not agree to go with you. But the fact of the matter is, you need to position yourself as a brand, not as a commodity. Thank you, Darshanji.
Yes, thank you, Jagdeep Bhai. With this, many questions were there on this perceived value. I think you have answered those questions in this one answer. There is one relevant question from Ujjwal Lange, a very relevant question according to me. Brands indicated in the slide are all big names. I think she is talking about which you mentioned about your slides and the brands which you had nurtured. Have you worked with a SME sector or a SME size of professional firm? This is very relevant from BCS point of view because
Yeah.
BCS membership is belonging to this kind of a sector more. Please.
I would say, Suhasji, I totally agree with you. It's not only a relevant question, it's an excellent question. What is the name of the gentleman?
Miss Ujjwal Lange.
Okay, Miss Ujjwalji, excellent question. Let me give you some good news. You know that I've been in brand building for the last 25 years through Samsika Marketing Consultants. I'm the co-founder of that, and I'm the founder and chairman, managing director. Many of those brands that you've seen, Miss Ujjwal, Ujjwal, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, Miss Ujjwal. Many of them were startups when they came to us 25 years ago or 22 years ago. Forget SME. They were not even born. They were not even conceived. Forget SME. Forget MSME. They were just an idea. Many of them were MSME. Many of them were SME. Our specialty also is that same segment that you have. But over the years, they've grown. You think the Hare Krishna group that I spoke to you about, which is now 10,000 crores, 17 years ago, it was not 10,000 crores. Okay. The Eyeball as a brand that we built up was zero when we started. It became 1,300 crores. Even now, we have so many brands which are there, which have come to us from scratch. Many have come who are maybe 5 crores, 20 crores, 25 crores. Some of them not even 2 crores. But we've been able to take them to 100 crores, 500 crores, 1,000 crores. And we have been able to handle. We don't do a conflict of interest. So we be with the client. Let me tell you, Navneet Publication. Navneet Publication, we've been with them even before their IPO. And they've grown. Monjini's had only 2 outlets. There was a segregation in the family, separation. And today we have 1,000 Monjini's franchise stores and 5 lakh stores in which Monjini's cakes are there. They have been there with us since 25 years. So, Miss Ujjwal, SME, it is not important where you start. It is important where you go. So, as far as we are concerned, I think we are the biggest specialist for startups, MSMEs, medium, small, micro industries. But remember, you must have a desire to grow. You must have a desire that I want to grow. It is not important where you started. It is important where you went. And therefore, most of these clients that you've seen were very small 25 years ago. And I challenge you, why don't you go? Some of them are public limited companies and some of them are private limited companies. And being in your professional, just go and check up. Some are there with us since 25 years. Some are there with us since 19 years. Some are there with us since 22 years. Go and check up track record as to how small they were and now where they are. In fact, most of the people who come to us are micro, small and medium enterprises. But that doesn't mean that because you started small, all your life you have to be small. You can grow also, isn't it? And that's how we have taken them. So relevant question, excellent question. And I can give you hundreds of examples where we've been able to build up brands from scratch. We have been able to build up brands which were say 6 crores and now are 600 crores. So the fact of the matter is, it is not important. And the best thing, Suhasji, is those clients are still with us. They continue with us. And another thing I will tell you is, Miss Ujjwal will find it very interesting. We deal with clients where 80% of clients are business families. And we have, just like in Navneet, just like in Monjani's, not been able to do 1 generation, 2 generations, 3 generations. And we've been working with them. So don't worry about how small you are. You have to look at not where you came from. You have to look at where you go. It is a relevant question. And you have to also think like a firm like this. It doesn't mean that I have to have a big client. You have to have a client whom you can make big. You can, through your advice, through your strategy, through your guidance, make it grow. That is important. And that is the way of going out. So, Miss Ujjwal, it's a relevant and excellent question. 25 years we have gone through this journey. And many of the clients who are there with us, who are looking big, every now and then, I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example of, on the 1st of January this year, I got a call from the managing director of Relaxo. Relaxo makes shoes. The managing director's name is Ramesh Dua. Okay. So he called me up and we spoke to each other, said, read the business standard. Amongst the top 10 billionaires, right, of this year, my name is right on top. Now, Relaxo has been our client and we built it up over a period of time. If the gap between Bata and Relaxo used to be huge, today it's very small. Relaxo has grown and it's also a darling on the stock market. So you see, whether it's market share or share market, our clients have grown with us, but not necessarily that they were big and wanted to be bigger. They were small, they were micro, they were medium, and they grew with the right advice. So Miss Ujjwal, you are absolutely right. 72% of all businesses in India are in the MSME sector, and that should be your target audience. And that is what our target audience also is.
Yes, so relevant and so apt. This thing, only one rectification. He is Mr. Ujjwal. Sorry, we could not know it from the name. I'm extremely
sorry. No problem. Mr. Ujjwal, I apologize. I made you miss, but don't worry. I hope you didn't miss my point.
Yeah. One related question for a young practitioners who start. This is from MN Pai. Initial years, chartered accountants want to build their base. At that time, the lower pricing model will be used. What point in time you can move from low billing to value billing?
From day one, you have to be priced based on what you deserve. You cannot be priced low and then slowly say, I am low and then I will go slow and then I will grow. No, you will be there only. If you are a Nirma, you will always remain a Nirma. Very difficult. You have to understand that if you have the confidence, if you have the expertise, and if you think you are in a position to give the best advice, why do you have to enter the market always with a low fee? You know what is it that you are doing? You're giving the signal to the client, hey, I am not worth it, yaar. I am not worth, मेरे पास experience नहीं है, मेरे पास expertise नहीं है, शायद fluke में मेरा CA पास हो गया है, तो आप एक काम करो, छोटा सा प्राइस दे दो शुरू करने के लिए. Why? राजे के जैसे क्यों नहीं जाते आप? भिखारी के जैसे क्यों जाते हो? From day one, you have to charge the price that you deserve. Because if your quality is of that standard, you cannot be reducing your fees. Yes, there are 100 other things that to be done. Little more tough it will be. It will be more effort will have to be done. But you must understand, there are enough clients who will want to give a young CA a chance because they say, hey, he is developing, he's building, he'll give me personal attention. I will be very few amongst his clients. I will be able to extract the most out of him because his brain is his brain. And tomorrow when he becomes famous, he may not even have time for me. So there are segments. So my recommendation is, if you are a young CA, if you're a startup, don't price yourself low. I told you, you price yourself low, you're cheating yourself. You price yourself higher than what you deserve, you're cheating the client. Price yourself appropriately, but doesn't mean you want to penetrate the market. Why do you want to use pricing as a weapon? There are so many other things. Your specialization, you don't have experience, but you have expertise. You are in a position to be able to present. You can come out with your ideas. You should be able to do it at a particular level. Do not shortchange yourself. I would never recommend to penetrate the market by shortchanging yourself and having a lower fees or price, because that will remain for life with you. You will not be able to change it. It's better that you come out appropriately, bring out your expertise over a period of time. You'll get experience also, and look at a segment of clients who want young people, who want new people, who want people who will give them dedicated personal attention, and you will find your segment. For that, you don't have to lower your price, sir.
Yes, thank you. Next question is from your long-time friend and college mate, CA Narayan Pasari.
Hi, Narayan.
Can you throw some light on brand strength is equal to reputation into visibility, especially for chartered accountant firms?
Right. See, it's very important. As I said, there are about 18 abilities. Visibility is one of those abilities. And everything that you do either builds or destroys your reputation every minute. So as he said, brand strength, reputation, and he's also put a formula in terms of multiplied by visibility. What is important is that we must be able to understand, Narayan, that it's a combination of many abilities. And those are the 18 abilities which I put forward to the professional firms and the BCAS. You should do an audit. You are all good auditors. Go and do an audit of your firm. Once you do an audit of your firm, and once you check out of these 18 abilities, which abilities your firm has and which abilities you don't have, first of all, try to get these 18 abilities. And once you have these 18 abilities, you are in a position to be building a strong brand, reputation, image, and also being able to charge and get more clients. Yeah. Yes, Swaji.
Yeah. So thank you. Next question is from from Namrata Tripathi. Have you worked with traditional companies with good turnover and helped them go digital and big? So I think it is about digital.
Namrata, isn't it?
Yes.
Namrata? Yeah.
Yes.
Namrata, 80% of my clients are all traditional. If you use it Hindi word, Dakyanusi companies, where I am dealing with three generations. The first generation say, "Ye kya bakwas hai? Ye band karo." The second generation say, "No, hamare ko brand build karna hai." The third generation says, "I want to go digital." So I have worked with 80% of my clients are family-owned businesses which are traditional, moving to brand building, moving to digital. Digital is a weapon. It's important. You must understand there are 5 channels of communication. There are 5 channels of distribution. So if you have channels of communication which are conventional channels like television or radio or newspaper or outdoor hoardings, there is the digital channel which is going fast and it's very, very inexpensive. So we have had 100% of our traditional clients and 80% of my clients are traditional clients. Okay, family-owned businesses handling at least 2 or 3 generations. 100% of them, we've had to take time, convince them and move them digital. Everyone is digital, okay? But you must remember one thing. And this is something which is very, very important to understand. You must understand that being online is important. Being offline is important. But both are important as long as you are in line with the client's expectations, with the customer's expectations. So therefore, digital is just a form of distribution. Digital is just a form of communication amongst the many forms. But to answer your question, Namrata ji, the good news is 80% of our clients are family-owned businesses, and we have had 3 generations dealing with them. Many a times in my office, 3 generations are sitting together, and I have to sort out the differences. I have to be able to manage to get the older generation, get convinced to do brand building and digital. I have to get the younger generation to understand patience and to understand maturity. Both the generations have enough to learn from each other. And it is a continuity. So yes, there are 80% of my clients who are in this particular frame, and digital 100%. All my clients, irrespective of whether they were traditional, they didn't know anything about digital, all of them from traditional have been in a position to move to, like it happened in your accountancy. When you had a situation where before computers came in, okay, sir, I must tell Namrata ji, we are managing and directing amongst our clients on an annual level a sale of 2,40,000 crores. 2,40,000 crores is the sale and turnover of all our clients put together as of today. And this is every year ka 2,40,000 crores. That is last year ka bata raha hu, which is about 20,000 crores on an average per month of revenue we are responsible for by building their brands digitally, traditionally, offline, online, and giving them all the strategy of advice. So it's a big responsibility on us. And therefore, we are in a position to give them the right advice. It takes time, huh? Namrata ji, it takes a lot of time. It takes days to convince them. But I don't give up. उनको समझाना पड़ता है, कभी प्यार से समझाना पड़ता है, कभी डांट के समझाना पड़ता है, कभी उनको बताना पड़ता है, कभी उदाहरण देना पड़ता है, कभी उनको एग्जाम्पल दिखाना पड़ता है, कभी उनको लॉजिक दिखाना पड़ता है. पर हम थकते नहीं है. और sooner or later, we are able to convince and they are able to do. और फिर बाद में आके वो बोलते हैं, अच्छा हुआ आपने बताया था साहब, हम नहीं तो गलत रास्ते पे जा रहे थे और या रास्ता ही नहीं पता था. So basically, we handled 2,40,000 crores annual turnover as of last March of all our clients put together, and that is about 20,000 crores per month. And for that, whether we have to use digital or whether we have to use another strategy, everything is legal, everything is transparent. You know, Suhasji, I must tell you, and your Chartered Accountant Association will appreciate it. For the last 3 years consecutively, from the Finance Ministry, from the Central Board of Direct Taxes, I've been getting the gold certificate for paying my taxes fully and on time, continuously for 3 years. I didn't know that there is gold, silver, bronze. I didn't know that because I am not from this field. So the first time I got by email the certificate, I said, कोई मेरे साथ मजाक कर रहा है. फिर मेरे चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट ने बोला कि नहीं भैया, this is actually come, and they have given a note there. Please इसका प्रिंट आउट निकालो, इसको फ्रेम में डालो, आप लगाओ अपने ऑफिस में. फिर नेक्स्ट ईयर भी आ गया. फिर नेक्स्ट ईयर for 3 consecutive years, I have been able to get the gold certificate. Later on, I came to know that there are other categories of silver and other things also. So all this happens only if you do it correctly. And yes, Namrata, we all are traditional clients. जो भी जैसे आप लोग ट्रेडिशनली पैदा हुए और फिर अभी डिजिटल हो गए, हमारे क्लाइंट्स भी सब वैसे ही हो गए. बट ट्रेडिशनल वैल्यूज नहीं गई. हाँ सुहास जी, ट्रेडिशनल वैल्यूज वैसे ही है. जो इंडियन वैल्यूज है उसको हमने नहीं तोड़ा, बाकी जो तरीका है डिजिटल का वो कर लिया. सो इट्स मॉडर्न टेक्निक्स विद ट्रेडिशनल वैल्यूज, दोनों चीज है.
About this certification, I will only make 2 remarks. We want you to move to the gold certification at the earliest. That is one.
नहीं गोल्ड तो मिला ना 3 साल से. गोल्ड मिला ना.
You are into gold. Okay, so you continue.
I am only into gold. मेरे को पता नहीं था क्या. So last 3 years I have been getting the gold certificate.
Acha, so you continue to be in the gold. That is one. And I think Government of India, you are a brand ambassador as far as taxation is concerned. That is what I feel. One more related question about social media from Darshak Shah. How engagement with the target audience through social media builds relationships? Will it not be an artificial relationship?
No, there is no artificial relationship as long as what your content is truthful. And you can do it physical, you can do it social media. See, many people have not understood digital marketing. They think all digital marketing is only social media. They think it's only Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn. No, sir. Social media is one small subset of digital marketing. Digital marketing is very big, and you need to be able to understand the complete force of digital marketing. So just like you were doing physical, you need to also be able to do digital. And there is nothing wrong. There is nothing artificial. As long as your content is truthful and as you're transparent, it is just a medium. I would like to tell Darshak Shah, what is the first form of advertising which took place hundreds of years ago, which is called a sandwich man. A man holding a board in front and behind and walking. You must have seen sometimes कि आगे और पीछे बोर्ड लगा के आदमी चल रहा है. That was called a sandwich man. Then later on started coming in newspapers. So that was considered new media. That was considered very revolutionary. Then radio started. So that was considered revolutionary. Then television started. Then that was considered revolutionary. Then color television started. 24-hour television started. Then internet started. Then social media started. क्या पता कल क्या होगा? We don't know. But it is important, Suhas ji, that not only the medium, but also the message is important. You may use any medium, but the message has to be honest. The message has to be interesting. Then it will not be artificial. Then it will be real.
Yes, thank you. There is one question from Mr. Uttam Chand Jain. He is our member from Chennai. To deliver service, infrastructure is required, including human resource, which requires a lot of funds. And without that, service cannot be provided. Without service, one cannot charge. How to break this ice?
First thing is stop thinking like the big four. Start thinking as per your personalized service, right? That is the first thing. It doesn't mean that you have to have, even a cricket team does not have to have 100 people. It requires only 11 people, and you can still win the World Cup. So the number of people is important, but the number of people with expertise is equally important. But what does the client want? Client is not going to get impressed. Oh, I have got 1,000 people in my organization. Client is saying, मेरे को कौन service दे रहा है? मेरे को कौन personal attention दे रहा है? मेरे को कौन काम कर रहा है? Let me translate this because the gentleman is from Chennai. Vanakkam ji. Oh, the client is not interested whether you have 1,000 people. Client is interested in who's giving personalized service to me, who's taking care of me, who's guiding me, who's advising me, who's taking care of my tax, who's taking care of my M&A, who's taking care of my audit. That is the person who is interfacing. So it doesn't require that you need to have a lot of funds, to have a lot of people. That is a crowd. You're a specialist firm. You need to be able to understand they want specialization, and most important, they want personal attention. So try to make that a virtue. Why are you trying to make that a vice? And forget looking at the big four. Start looking at what is your target audience, what is your segment, what is your locality. Now, he is from Chennai. So he must be able to look at now whether he's serving clients from OMR, or he's serving clients from Paris Corner, or he's serving clients from Nungambakam, or whether he has clients in Dindigul or in Trichy or in Tirunelveli, or whether he's got in Salem or Erode or Coimbatore or Madurai. He needs to focus on that. And once he's able to focus on that, he can be the best. Forget being the biggest. He can be the best in a specialization sitting in Chennai without having too many people.
Yes. So next question, sir, is
Sushilji, I just want to add one more thing.
Yeah.
Try to have many ideas, not necessarily many people.
So I think this question, the next question is vis-a-vis, it's a follow-on question with that another question, that wherein in the starting you start with a lower pricing. The person has said not to disclose his name. We missed this and started 10 years back with a standard price. Now what is the solution?
Okay. you made an error. You started with a lower price. That's what he's trying to say.
Yes.
Well, increase your perceived value. Come out with a new avatar. Doesn't mean that you change your name. Come out with refurbished. You heard na? New Lux. 80 saal se Lux hai. New improved Lux. Right? You are in a position, we have added these services. We are now giving you this kind of personalized service. We are doing this. We are doing that. We have added this along. This will what we'll be giving you. Enhance your perceived value and then rebrand and reprice yourself. It is as if it's a rebirth. Punarjanam karo. No problem at all. There is nothing wrong. Don't have to cry over spilled milk. 10 saal pehle aise kiya tha, that 10 years ago. Reinvent yourself. A brand constantly reinvents themselves. And do that even now. It is not late. Whether it's 10 years or 20 years ago. You should be able to deserve and get what you deserve. So come up and say, hey, now our firm has given a lot of thought since last 5.5 months during COVID times. And we have come out with a new set of services, a new way of functioning, more personalized. And therefore, this is the way we will be able to provide our services. And therefore, this is our price. And you will be accepted. There's no problem at all. Remember, one more thing, Suhasji, I would like to tell the gentleman who doesn't want to disclose his name. All brand building is based on two things, and I'll say it in Hindi. It is based on the client having Vishwas on you and you having Atmavishwas on yourself. ये पूरा विश्वास और आत्मविश्वास के ऊपर है. अगर आप में आत्मविश्वास नहीं है तो आप कम प्राइस पे रखते हैं, then you lose out. और अगर क्लाइंट को आप पे विश्वास नहीं है तो आपको कम फीस देता है, then you lose out. You need to increase the Vishwas of the client and you need to increase your Atmavishwas. So it's between Vishwas and Atmavishwas, then you increase perceived value. And there is no reason why you can't change after 10 years. But for that, you need to change yourself, your offering, and reinvent and say, now this is what we are. This is our new avatar. And because of this new avatar, you are going to benefit this personalized service, responsiveness, and all that. And therefore, sir, this is our new fees. Politely spread. और एक और चीज है सुहास जी, और जिन्होंने नाम नहीं दिया अपना ना, उनको बोलो जो भी फीस होगा ना, फीस के आके एक वर्ड जरूर लिखना. Only $2 billion, sir.
Sir, only my last question is about BCAS, which I started with. We understand that we are not going into numbers. I think you mentioned in your this thing that number is not important. What is important? But only thing is with the increasing number, we can reach to more and more people. That is only the this thing. So if you can guide us in that one question which I had raised about BCAS, that will be a last.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'd like to explain to you that BCAS as a brand, and as you said that we have 9,000 members and we're trying to cross the 10,000 mark. And I'm sure you will be having student memberships. You'll have long-term membership. You'll have all types of memberships, which I'm sure, and I must appreciate and compliment both Suhasji and Abhay ji, and also all the members of the committee. I tried to send the link to a number of my CA friends and relatives, all my family members. Many of them are CAs. In fact, Abhay ji also mentioned a couple of my uncles and also a couple of my cousins who are CAs. And whenever I sent to anyone, I got a response. I've already received from BCAS. So I was very impressed. I said, BCAS to ek step aage. मैं link भेज रहा हूँ, इन्होंने already भेज दिया. So let me tell you, you guys are good. But you also make sure that if you want to increase the numbers and you want more people, you must be able to understand that those people look for advice, they look for benefit, they look for perceived value. What will I get if I become a BCAS member? And I think the biggest thing that they can get is knowledge, expertise, interaction, networking, many things which they can get, right? And that needs to be highlighted, right? Also, you need to be able to retain them because I'm sure there will be renewal, etc. So what happens is if new members join and old members leave, then you're still stuck at the same number. But the important thing is numbers are important. And you also to start looking at it from a market share point of view. The total number of CAs which are there are so many. Out of that, this first percentage are members of BCAs. Why? Why can't I increase my market share? And the last thing is you need to ask them, not why you should join, but you must ask them, why don't you join? And they may come up with some concerns or some elements which holds them back. And once you address that, suddenly the floodgates will open. So just like you would build a brand, build the BCA's brand, and the numbers will zoom. But it has to be done strategically, not just operationally. Thank you, Suhasji, Abhayji, for inviting me, and thank you for an extremely interactive session. I hand over back to Suhasji and Abhayji.
Extremely thankful to you for sharing your experience on this particular subject, which is an innovative and a very different subject from our normal technical subjects. With this, I will request our Secretary Samir Kapadia to propose very well deserved vote of thanks to you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Mr. Kapoor. I would just like to say very briefly, there are several members who have put up their questions in the Q&A box, but due to paucity of time, we have not been able to take all of those questions. We shall consolidate these questions and we'll request Mr. Kapoor for his inputs and then put them up on the website along with the video so that they can have a video.
No problem.
Thank you, sir. Before the vote of thanks, a few announcements. On 19th of September, we have a lecture meeting, which is a panel discussion on alternative approach to taxation of digital economy. It's a panel discussion with panelists including Mr. Rajat Bansal, Advocate Mukesh Bhutani, CA Radhakrishna Raval, and the panel will be moderated by Mr. T.P. Oswal. Between 25th of September and 24th of October, we have a online study course on multilateral instruments and related BEPS action plans. The course will be conducted by several domain experts on the issue of MLI. This is the first ever course on the subject. It is going to be a detailed course. I would request all of you to go through the content and then enroll. Thereafter, on the 2nd, 3rd and the 5th of October, we have another online workshop on the filing of income tax returns and tax audit reports. I would request all the members to enroll for that also. Last but not the least, of course, I request all the members who have not yet renewed their membership, please do renew your membership and avail of all the knowledge sharing and the technical inputs that is provided in all these sessions. Coming to the vote of thanks. I would like to begin by first thanking Shri Mayur Nayak, Shri Narayan Prasari and Shri Raman Jokhakar, all past presidents of BCS, for connecting BCS with Mr. Kapoor and for briefing him about today's talk and about BCS. I would also like to acknowledge the presence of ICAI past president Shri T. Manoharan, and in the audience we had several past presidents, Mr. Gautam Nayak, Mr. Amit Patel, Mr. Chetan Shah, even Mr. Narayan Prasari. All this goes to show that how popular our today's speaker was and how relevant today's topic is. Coming to the vote of thanks, the speaker spoke about 18 brand astras. I'm sure when you go through these astras, you will realize that these are small day-to-day activities that you can very easily imbibe and grow yourself and grow your brand. Among all the brand astras that he spoke about, the 2 or 3 simplest astras that I can talk about and which we can do it very easily is that we can be local and we can be vocal about our achievements. That's how we can build our brand. That is the starting step. Let's think local but talk about what we are doing. Okay. In order to create our brand, the important astra is credibility and integrity. The speaker said that do the right thing even when no one is watching. I think in today's time when we read about all the news where the chartered accountants are being mentioned, somewhere we feel that, you know, if they had done the right thing when no one was watching, this would never happen and our profession would remain intact. Well, it is up to each and every one of us to ensure that we do this. We should do the right thing when no one is watching. And last but not least, in order to grow, there needs to be self-evaluation and there needs to be self-elevation. By elevation, I mean constantly upgrade your skills. Mr. Kapoor mentioned about Tally. It started with Tally 4, 4.5, 5.4, so on and so forth. And I'm sure that there are several people who, to the date, swear by the dependability and the simplicity of Tally. That's what we need to do. And in order to get what we want, it is important that we look at what is the perceived value and thereafter rightly price ourselves so that the client also derives that same perceived value. Our message to our client has to be relevant and honest. I think these were very, very important takeaways from today's lecture. Sir, I am really indebted to you for coming for today's event, for gracing today's event and sharing your valuable experience and for guiding us. Thank you so much. On behalf of all the members, on behalf of the managing committee and the office bearers, thank you so much. And I request all the audience to carry it out with a loud applause. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kapoor.
Thank you, Mayur bhai.